Hi, welcome to Tiny Vegan Kitchen. We're making banana muffins. These are a great whole wheat healthy way to start the day. They make a great vegan breakfast and they're really simple and quick to make. To make these you need 3 ripe bananas, 2.5 cups of whole wheat flour. You can use white flour if you want, but whole wheat's better for you. It makes them slightly denser, but they taste just as good. You need 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 cup of turbidano sugar, and 1/4 cup of canola oil. And to make this, what we're going to do at first is blend together the 3 bananas, the sugar, and the canola oil. Now we have a pretty powerful blender, so we can put the sugar and the oil in at the same time and it doesn't really complain. If you have a light powered blender, put the oil in first, get that blend in, and add the sugar bit by bit, and then add the bananas. Otherwise you'll just get the motor jammed up and you won't be able to do anything. So we have the oil in there. Turbidano sugar, this is a low refinery sugar. It's better for you than the standard white sugar. It's a natural colour, it's not brown sugar. Brown sugar is just white sugar that has molasses added. This is low processed sugar, low processed cane sugar. That's why it has that distinct colour. So we're going to get that blend in and we're going to add the bananas through the little portal in the top as we get that blend in. So it's going to be noisy. And that's that done. Now that mixture should be nice and smooth. Make sure there's no lumps in the banana. It doesn't matter if there are lumps, but I don't like lumps in my muffins, so that's why I do it like that. And it's pretty easy to do. Just leave it blending for as long as it's necessary, and it should all be nice. Like I say, if you don't have a powerful blender, do it bit by bit, build it up, and you should be fine. Okay, now we're going to let that sit there. In this bowl, we're going to mix our flour, baking soda, and salt, basically the dry ingredients. It's 2.5 cups of flour, and we're just using regular whole wheat flour. It's 2, and that's about a half. You don't have to be too precise. I don't like to be too precise. We have 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Just give that a quick mix. Make sure there's no lumps in this. If you have a lumpy flour or a baking soda, just sift it through a sieve. I don't have a sieve, but I don't have lumpy flour, so that works out great. Okay, now all you need to do is mix the banana mixture in the bowl with your dry ingredients. Pour that straight in, no messing around. Scrape that out. It should be a nice thick mixture. And then we just mix this in. Now this is where you want to watch your consistency. You don't want it too wet. If it's too wet, it's gonna make cupcakes more than muffins. We're trying to make muffins here. If it's too thick, you're not going to be able to pour it. It's not going to move around. It's just not going to be very good. It's going to be too dense. So 2.5 cups of flour mixed in usually works good. Sometimes we'll add a bit more flour depending on how wet the mixture is once it's mixed. And that depends on the size of the bananas you're using, how soft they are, how much oil you put in, that kind of thing. This is looking pretty good. Make sure this is nice and thoroughly mixed. And this is perfect. This is not too thick. Yeah, a bit more. Not too thick, not too thin. Really good mixture, and it's a great colour. And what we have to do now is transfer this into our muffin tin. Now we've lined this with the paper liners. If you don't have the paper liners, make sure you lightly grease the pan, otherwise your muffins will be stuck and that will just be a tragedy. So take a good spoonful of this into each case. Should have enough to do a fairly good amount each. And just go through each one, filling this up. Now don't worry if you've forgotten any of these recipes or any of the ingredients in the recipe or any of the directions in the recipe. Everything's on our website at www.tinyvegankitchen.com. You can go back through and top these up if you have a mixture left. We have quite a bit of mixture in here, so we're just going to make sure this is nice and full in each case. And don't worry if you spill some over the sides or if you get too much in one. Don't worry about smoothing them off either. These are supposed to be muffins and they'll rise and they'll have that nice muffin top. That's exactly how they're supposed to look. There we go. Now you should have preheated your oven to 360 degrees, and if you did that at the beginning, these will be ready to go. You put these in the oven. Be in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. It's a good idea to check them after 10 minutes. Poke a toothpick in the middle, take it out. If it's clean, then they're done. Try it in all of them, make sure all the big ones and the small ones are the same. And there you go. So we're going to get this in the oven and check it in 10 minutes. Welcome back. We've cleaned up, it's been about 15 minutes, our muffins are ready and we're just going to get them out of the oven. And there we go. Let's say you check to make sure they're cooked okay. You can do this while they're in the oven. Put a cocktail stick in the middle of a muffin and pull it out. If it comes out completely clean, you know they're cooked. Do that with a couple of them. Some of them are different sizes, so some will take longer to cook than others. Transfer them to a cooling rack. They're going to be pretty hot, but you can usually just pick them up from the top, if you're careful. Or you can wait for them to cool in the tin for a little while. What you can also do with these muffins, after you've mixed the banana mixture and the flour mixture together, you can add chopped walnuts or chocolate chips. Baker's brand chocolate chips are vegan. You can add anything you want really. Once they're mixed together and in the muffin cases, you can put some flax seeds on top, makes them really nice. These are just straight, plain, simple banana muffins. But they're a really simple, really delicious way to make a very easy muffin. And if you have some old bananas lying around, it's a great way to use them up, saves them being wasted. And these make a great vegan breakfast, especially if you're on the go. Grab one of these and you're done. Thanks for joining us on Tiny Vegan Kitchen. We'll catch you next time.